What's tu nombre?
Gabby.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Vacation Time with Ryan. I'm going to give you a full trip review, thoughts and opinions of my Brazil trip in Rio De Janeiro. First, we have some unseen footage from the trip, so enjoy, like, comment, subscribe.
Até de manhã, amor. Companhia?
Huh?
Companhia?
I don't speak Portuguese.
Sim.
Talk English.
Pouquinho do telefone.
Ah.
Zap.
Now we're gonna meet with my friends,
Sim, sim.
amigos.
Sim, massagem.
Huh?
Forte, eu.
Where? Donde?
Sim, ali, Lido.
Hã?
Rapidinho, Lido. Tem o Lido Hotel.
Lido.
É, rapidinho ali, amor. Eu me ajudar.
Momento.
Zap, me chama no Zap.
Conhecer meus amigos.
Sim, sim, mas ali tem um hotel.
Meus
Eu
amigos.
vou, tem
Ah,
Oh!
Obrigado.
Não,
Obrigado.
bonito,
Ok.
gostoso.
Um momento.
Tá, amor, tá.
Ok. I'm about to see what's up. I don't know where these guys at, but let's see.
All right, I'm pretty sure you guys understood what she was trying to say or do. But anyways, yeah, that happens a lot right here in Copacabana when you walk in, especially at night, all right? So that's part of the experience in Copacabana. But, all right.
I don't know what these guys are. Huh? What's up? How you? What's up? Big wild out here. Alright, man, I got no voice, but I'm out here on it last night. I think everybody busy, caught up. I'm gonna see what's up. My flight is tomorrow, so we're gonna see what's up. Dang, I'm sorry, man, if y'all can't understand me, but this trip has been crazy. One for the books, and we're about to call it a trip. Head back to Florida. Not excited about going back to Florida, but you know, you can only party so much. As you can see, my voice is gone. Let's see what the night brings, and let's see what happens. And right now, I'm walking up Copacabana Beach. Yeah, there's a lot of pro stuff going on. A lot of pro athletes out here. Yo, what's good, man? I'm out here in Rio De Janeiro, Copacabana. Have a young lady I met here. We're perfect. Huh? Yeah. What's up? You wanna? Yeah. So I have a young lady I met here, and she said she was down to do an interview. So we're gonna interview her.
Hello.
All right, cool. So can you tell us your name and where you're from?
I'm Elena, and I'm from Rio.
Elena.
I'm Italian.
She's Italian from Copacabana, Rio. How long you live here?
More than half my life.
More than half your life.
In the past few years, 11 years straight.
11 years straight. Okay, and would you recommend people come and visit Rio?
Would you?
Me? Yeah, definitely.
Definitely, yeah.
All right, so what's your favorite thing about here?
The beach.
The beach?
The beach and the mountains, and yeah.
Okay.
I'm Carioca, so I love Rio.
Okay. All right, fine.
What's your favorite thing here?
My favorite thing, I'd say the people. There's a lot of beautiful people here, and the culture. I like the culture here. Yeah, the beach culture is fire. Sorry guys, I lost my voice. I'm gonna ask you, what do you do for a living?
Are you gonna be here on Sunday?
I actually leaving on Sunday.
Okay, what time?
Very, very, very early in the morning.
Oh, that's too bad.
Why'd you say that?
Because there's gonna be the end of Carnival, the last day.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the finals, like the
Yeah.
Grand Finale. You know Grand Finale?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went.
So I was gonna invite you, but
I went to the carnival on I don't know, like 2 days. I don't know. I think it was like 2 days ago. I went though. It was cool. It was cool.
All right, guys, I'm muting the audio on this part. We had a little conversation. She was a little bit uncomfortable with the question, so I'm not all about just trying to get the best content possible in any moment. No, I got respect for people. Before the interview, we spoke, and after we spoke, she said she was comfortable with my questions and everything, but during the interview, I think the question made her uncomfortable, so I'm muting this part out because we spoke about it, and I just never want to even seem as though I would put someone out in a bad light. So, see, she's smiling there. We were cool. We talked about everything, but I just feel like the rest of this conversation, I wouldn't want to even, Anyways, so, guys, we're going to get into the Brazil full trip review. So I have a video I did talking about the review, and during it, I'll show some flashbacks, some footage from the trip. Shout out to our guest at the end that did the interview, and let's get into the full trip review. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Vacation Time with Ryan. We want to do a full recap of this Brazil trip, an official review of the trip. I'll be showing you guys some clips while I talk, but I just want to give it to you guys right here while I have time. So, first of all, let me say, man, Brazil is amazing, all right? So, in the moment, when I first got there, I was so excited. First got there, I went straight to the beach. It was a good vibe, all right? So, my full review, Brazil, amazing, right? I remember being there and just saying, this has got to be one of the best trips I've ever been on.
This is probably the best vacation. It's not probably. It's the best vacation I've ever been on in my life.
This is probably the furthest I've ever been from where I live. So it felt like real, like a next level as a traveler. Like it felt like I hit another level, right? So felt amazing. The people, I was just stunned by how beautiful the people are. Everybody, majority, obviously when I say everybody, it's like majority of people just seem to be in great shape. All different shapes, sizes, tall, short, different colors, dark, light, in between. It was just a lot of beautiful people, man, and people were cool, people were friendly. At first, I had my moments where I thought, oh, they're not that friendly here, but it's just the language barrier.
Os homens gringos são mais gentis.
And I'm sure plenty of people will tell you, Portuguese is not like a commonly used language here in the United States, I believe. So like Spanish, especially in Florida, it's not hard. Like you go out, if you're in a grocery store, you can find someone that speaks Spanish. If you spoke Spanish only, you could find someone that speaks Spanish within 90 seconds probably, most likely. If you need to find someone that speaks Portuguese, you might got to make a phone call. It might not be somebody in the entire store. Anyways, the whole point is the language barrier is the one thing that takes away from Brazil, in my opinion. If it was a Spanish-speaking country, same exact everything else, same culture, same vibe, except they spoke 100% Spanish over there, I think it would be more higher on people's radar, because the Portuguese thing could be a little rough. But, going to these other countries like Colombia, Dominican Republic, Costa Rica, Mexico, it's kind of easier to navigate. Many people speak English, and if you speak a little Spanish, it's easier to get around. But even pushing that to the side, even with that, there's still Like, for example, you go to Copacabana, there's people that speak English. Not everybody, but there's a lot. Man, I just felt like overwhelmed. Like, it was just so much amazing people. And the accessibility to whatever you're looking for on your vacation, depending if you're going to do touristic stuff, it was there. It was cheap. Went to Christ the Redeemer, went to a favela and got a tour. Like, all these things were affordable, like under $100. Like, Christ the Redeemer was like $40, I think. Not including, like, you know, Uber rides, and the Uber rides like to like 30 minutes away, like $7. Like a 30-minute Uber ride, like $7. Like a little 15-minute joint, like $2, like $2, $3, $4, like crazy. All right, so Uber was really affordable to get to, like, pretty much anywhere you're planning on going during your trip. It's not gonna cost you. Do not rent a car. Do not rent a car. All right. It's not a good idea to rent a car. Anyways, so it's easy transportation. We stayed close by the beach. The beach was flooded. When I first got there, obviously it was carnival time. But man, oh man, the beach was flooded with beautiful, like, it's not even weird to be on the beach and like you just see everyone's like just beautiful bodies everywhere. Everyone's so in shape. It's just left and right, left and right, left and right. It's normal, right? It's so normal. It's so normal. So the beach is amazing. Even walking, like, before you get to the beach, that street, amazing. You can meet people. They're friendly. They'll talk to you. Some will approach you. But yeah, like I said, like, whatever it is, if you're just looking for a little fun nighttime, if that's your thing, they're there. Tourist stuff, it's there. There's a lot of tourist stuff to do, man. Like I mentioned, the Christ the Redeemer. You can go through the favelas, see that. They have these things called like blocos or whatever. They're like block parties, basically. You could just go through one of the hoods and there'd be a block party outside. There's that. There's clubs. There's bars. Just like anywhere else, any other vacation, but you could learn about the culture. You could try the different foods. It's just whatever you need is there. But anyways, my experience, I got there. I was a little overwhelmed. I was like, dang, this is fire. I kicked it on the beach with the homies. I walked back to my B&B, tried to take a little nap. I couldn't really sleep. It was just, I was in vacation mode, so I couldn't really sleep. But yeah, man, I walk right outside my Airbnb. Someone's trying to sell me anything from food to a ride somewhere to a tour, carnival tickets, up into even, like fun time, like, and I'm like, wow, it's all right outside. So it can be overwhelming if you weren't like thinking. I didn't know what to expect. I just went there with an open mind. I even went, if I'm being transparent and being real, I even went there thinking like, man, a lot of people talk about how it's more of a like you need to be in shape type of a country. So I'm a bigger guy, so I was a little insecure, but nah, when I got there, not at all. I didn't get that feeling at all. Even though everyone was in shape and it motivated me, I lost a lot of weight since that trip. It's been like, 3 months, and I've lost a good amount of weight since the trip. I've been so motivated by everyone just walking around shirtless and working out at 6 a.m. Along the beach. I'm like, I want to be a part of this, man. I want to come back next year and be walking around shirtless and stuff. And I'm on my way. I'm on pace. I'm losing what I need to lose every week, so I'm on pace. But anyway, that's besides the point. It's the Brazil trip review. It's just good vibes, man. The Portuguese did throw me, man, because some people would dead ignore you. Dead serious ignore you. Hola is like still Portuguese, right? So I'll be like, hola, and shorty would just keep walking. It's not like trying to holler. I'm talking about in a store, a grocery store where, hey, I want to find, where do y'all keep the salt? Hola. Dead walk by me wearing a uniform and everything. Now, that could just be a little one-off situation. That could happen anywhere in the world. That could happen right here in Florida. But I'm just telling you, as a first-time visitor, that threw me off, and I felt weird about it. But I didn't let that stop the show, because I had some very good times, man. So went to Lapa. Lapa was cool. It was cool. Everyone was outside. It was a little bit too much, a little too touristic-y, because I like to be in the locals, man. I like to go where the locals go. Obviously, I still want to be with the homies, like the homies as tourists, because I want to be able to speak and kick it with the homies. But I at least want to have a mixture, locals, some of the people back from the States or whatever, or from whatever country that speaks English, some hip hop, and then maybe some music in Portuguese, like a good mix, But it was it's like catered towards foreigners, so. And then afterwards I heard, nah, Lapa's not the spot. Cool, nothing against it, go experience it. I think I could do without Lapa, or if I do go back, I'll do it a little differently. But yeah, I could have did without Lapa. But you should definitely go experience it at least one night. There's some cool like spots, like bars and stuff like that. It's interesting to see how they do it in different countries. So I would suggest check out the club vibes, check out all of that, check out the bars. Yeah, man. So overall review, I thought it was one of my best trips I've ever been on. In the beginning, I used to say, yo, this is like number one, like the best like kind of country I visited. But over the time, because I was in the moment, I was high off of Brazil, but over the time I realized it's not my number one, only because the Portuguese and it's far. So I have countries that are very close and I speak the language, which makes it just so dope. And the vibe, the energy, the welcoming, like just energy. Yeah, so like I love the Dominican Republic, for example. A lot of people would say, man, Brazil is way better, da 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 da. Cool, but the language and the fact that it's far. Yo, if I got a holiday coming up, Monday there's a holiday, I can go to DR and then come back. I can go to DR for Saturday morning and come back on Monday. That's how close I am, and I could get by with my Spanish, and it just feels at home. But anyways, that's not what this video is about. It's about Brazil recap. So I want to go back because it was an amazing time, and I want to spend more time there too. I like if I could stay there 6 months and really dissect it in and out, I would, because I think there's great, amazing people there. I just want to be able to connect more.
This reminds me of like when I first started traveling. I don't think I could live here even if I had the opportunity, just because the language barrier would probably make me homesick, just because I'll be tired of people looking at me like just a gringo, right? Because I don't speak Portuguese. Like I'd work, like my next time, if I know I'm going, I'm gonna work more on my Portuguese. I'm gonna be more in shape, and I'm gonna just try to get the best out of the experience. You understand? So overall, man, 9 out of 10, the trip, 9 out of 10. One of my favorite trips I've ever been on in my entire life. And I want to go back, and I intend to go back. So it was amazing, man. So definitely I recommend you visit Brazil. Specifically, I went to Rio de Janeiro. Next time I want to go to Sao Paulo, but I also want to go back to Rio because I feel like I got some unfinished business out there, all right? So that's my full recap of Brazil, and I'm sure I'm gonna be putting in clips in here, so enjoy the little whatever I put together with this recap. It's your boy Vacation Time with Ryan. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new or if you haven't yet. And as always, understand that August 31st, we're having an event in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Please contact me for your tickets to RSVP to reserve your spot there.
I may even put a link in the bio because I'm going to have a link where you could just pay through the link and reserve your spot. Also, I have communities, groups. There is groups where we all, build the brotherhood, the friendships, and, just build the travel community up. So I have men's groups, and then I have groups where you can meet men and women in the group. Let's say you're going on a trip to Dominican Republic, for example. You can go in the group there and write, "Hi, I'm going to be in Santo Domingo next weekend. I hope to meet someone from this group," and somebody will reach out to you. All right, all innocent stuff, just building communities through WhatsApp. All right, so that's it, man. It's your boy. Holla at me, man. You can get at me on Instagram, right? Vacation Time with Ryan, all in one word, or on email. All right, peace.
Maybe you can get married.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't even know if I desire to be married. But no, it's
Have you seen this kid driving his car?